The classroom was never quiet for long. But that morning, after Grace solved the math problem, silence lingered like a heavy cloud. Students stole glances at her, some with surprise, some with envy. And then came the voice that cut through the silence, Daniel Williams. He leaned forward, his tone sharp. That was just luck. Anybody can memorize formulas. A ripple of laughter followed. Vanessa smirked, glad her king had spoken. Grace's chest tightened. For a moment, she wanted to stay quiet, to avoid more humiliation. But then, something inside her shifted. She turned, looked Daniel straight in the eye, and said, "If it was luck, then solve the next one." The class gasped. No one ever challenged Daniel. He was the untouchable golden boy of King's High. Daniel's jaw tightened. He walked to the board, picked up the chalk, and began writing. But midway, his hand slowed. His confidence cracked. He didn't know the answer. Grace stood. Calmly, she walked to the board, gently took the chalk from his hand, and completed the solution, fast, precise, flawless. The class erupted in whispers. She just embarrassed Daniel. Village girl against the city boy. Daniel's face darkened. Grace handed him the chalk back with a small smile, not mocking, just certain. For the first time in his life, Daniel had been defeated in front of everyone. And that day, a line was drawn. Grace was no longer invisible. She was the girl who dared to challenge the king. But kings don't forget insults. And Daniel wasn't going to let this slide. She thought she had won, but in a world where power rules, every victory comes with a price. Grace sat outside during break, pretending to read while holding back tears. Then, Sophia appeared with 2 snacks in her hand. She offered one and smiled. "Don't mind them. They're just scared you're smarter than them." For the first time, Grace laughed genuinely. From that day, Sophia became her shadow, her encourager, her defender, her one true friend. But Vanessa watched from afar, anger boiling. She knew Grace was climbing, and she wasn't going to allow it. Friendship had given Grace strength. But enemies were preparing their next strike. Some enemies smile sweetly before they strike, and Vanessa was ready to make Grace fall. In the dining hall, Vanessa called out sweetly, "Grace, sit with us."